Somebody else who was known for a slap they did.
Boy, I remember this
victory slap.
The victory slap. My God, Nipsey, man.
Nipsey is somewhere proud.
Rest
right
in
now.
peace. Yeah, he definitely proud.
He looking down.
Nipsey, I don't know if Nipsey had as good as form as Will did.
I don't know.
But Nipsey's slap was that.
Yeah.
Could Nipsey
Done slapped a few niggas in his life before.
He was statuesque with his.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Cause you know he like 6'5".
Yeah, he a tall nigga.
Like he was statuesque with his. So he pulled his pants up. He said, "What?"
And he was low key like Will, where like you don't see the slap
Yeah, you
coming.
don't
Like
see it.
he just what? Just mobbed that
you
nigga.
got to keep it on a plane.
Bruh, yeah.
The eye can't see on a straight plane. If you
His was
throw them
cleaner.
punches at a straight plane, the eye can't see it.
His was cleaner than Will's. I'll say his was
I
cleaner.
don't know.
than
Will
Will's.
hit that. Will had that gooch.
Will, I just like Will form, like the whole like the picture of him just like this after the slap.
That's because there was more cameras on Will.
Will had that Quidditch right there. That
That's
Quidditch.
true.
That's the Quidditch right here in your palm.
Hey, listen,
I
man.
really think I gotta go back and look at Nipsey jump, but I think
Bruh.
he got more of a clean hit.
Because Nipsey was outside with a valet, wasn't he?
I think he got more of a clean
Yup.
hit.
I think dude was tripping over some
Yeah.
parking or something. Nipsey
Yeah.
wasn't playing that shit, bro.
That was
RSC
on the
rolling
red
street,
carpet.
rolling 60s. I mean, listen, man.
Oh my god.
Listen, man. Nipsey slapped the fire out of that dude. But I just wanted to bring this up just because March 31st, the day before this drops, will be his 3-year anniversary of the day he passed away, man. And man, like, man, I was listening to Nip the other day, just like, because I was thinking about his the anniversary of his death coming up, and I'm just like, bro, like, he was different, man. He was different. Like, I feel like him as an artist, like, you don't think of as like a generational artist because it wasn't like he was just so outrageous with the bars or whatever the case may be. But when you like listen to what he said, how he rapped, just what he rapped about, it was like, yo, it's not many people you gonna find like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I definitely just wanted to bring this up because I always remember what I was doing when Nipsey passed, the date of it, and all of that. So March 31st will be the 3-year anniversary of his passing, and I just wanted to, you know, just bring him up, give him his flowers, just say rest in peace, Nip, man. We miss you, we love you, and just thank you for everything that you, you know, just imparted on the world through your music and through, you know, your words, your interviews, your experiences, man. We just really appreciate it.
I think Nipsey was the reason why like everybody started going to Tulum.
I didn't know that, but expound on this.
He got that one line in that song.
Yeah.
We talk about like going to see like the ruined Mayans at the Tulum, in Tulum. And I feel like ever since he dropped that, people just start going to Tulum. Before then, people wasn't going to Tulum like that.
Got
So
you.
that's all I want to say.
Got
Like,
you.
I never caught that.
You know,
I ain't catch that line, but I mean, shit, you might be right.
you know that song. When you hear it.
Yeah,
You talk about going like pretty much like.
it was probably the intro. Yeah, I think that was the intro.
He talked about
Okay.
Tulum and that jump.
Okay.
I remember that song. He said either find your purpose or you wasting air.
Yeah.
Hey.
But the thing about Nip, man, I really just feel like he just elevated his life to a different plane. And that's why he was taken away from us, because he had already did what he needed to do at this level. And it was time for him to elevate to that next level. And I know like the family may not want to hear that. Fans may not want to hear that. Just loved ones may not want to hear that. But I genuinely believe that like at certain points, especially the people that die young, I feel like they fulfilled their purpose at that moment, and it's time to move on to that next one. And for him to be at the position that he was and moving into the trajectory that he was, it's just crazy that it just came to a halt, you know what I'm saying, so quickly.
Yeah.
But it just lets me know, like, I just feel like, you know, it was just that time for him to elevate to the next plane. I feel like the same thing with Kobe and Gigi. It was the same thing, like how unexpected and abrupt that their lives were. But I just feel like at a certain point, like when you on this, on this earth, like, I don't know, I don't want to get too preachy with it, but it's at certain points like you just don't serve a purpose here anymore. It's time for you to move on. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it like in a negative way. I feel like you've done all you can do, and now it's time to elevate to that next plane. And I just hate that he was taken from us so early.
In that way too.
In that way, but I also understand the spiritual side of it too as well, to let the world know, like, hey, like, he didn't leave in vain. You know what I'm saying? Like, his music still lives on, his clothing and his business still lives on. His brother Black Sam is still screaming his name. The Rolling 60s will never let him be forgotten. Lauren and the kids will never let him be forgotten. And every time you see the kids, I'm sure you're gonna see Nipsey, especially as they get older.
I can't see Lauren, bro. It's crazy.
So yeah, just prayers to them. Thank you, Nip, for everything you gave us, all the game you dropped and all the gems you dropped. I can't thank you enough, man. And I just hate, as a person that loved music, that I had to catch on to your stuff so late. Like, I knew who Nipsey was from an early age. I would say like 2010. It's probably around the time when I first knew about Nip.
The $100 album.
Exactly. And we heard about the $100 album, and I've heard a few songs, but I never dug deep into the crate until he passed. And I always hit myself in the head for that, but at the same time, like, I think it's just genius to know that your shit can still live on from 2010 in 2021, or when we first heard of 2019 or whatever. And it's still living on, still ringing and stuff like that. So just a genius musically. Definitely, like his mantra was, definitely prolific. And I just want to say the marathon continues.
I feel it. And just to kind of expound on what you were saying, I really feel that, because I can't really speak on if your purpose is done on this earth. I can't really speak on that because I'm not God, and this is just my belief system. But the fact that, you touched on Kobe and Gigi, you touched on Nip, and like they both were taken, all three of them were taken from us at an early age. And it's just like, how else are you supposed to see that other than, they had to go at the moment they went? Because I don't really know if the Mamba mentality or the marathon continues would have been that much of a message if they were still here. It was more of a, you've done what you were going to do. And, it's hard to look at somebody like Gigi at such a young age and think of that. But you can still look at that because it's just like women's sports and women's basketball has been like in the forefront so much more since her passing than before, even when she was playing, than it is now. It's been so much in the forefront, and it's just like just looking at it, like you trying to find like a silver lining and everything, you have to look at it in that way, because it's just like, we wouldn't look at all their messages that they were parroting. Like, we wouldn't look at the Mamba mentality and waking up early or getting what you were supposed to get done.
Right.
We wouldn't look at it that way. Yeah, we wouldn't look at girl dads in the way we look at it. We wouldn't look at the marathon continues in the way we look at it. It would just be like, oh, that's just the message he's saying to make money.
Yeah.
That's what we would have looked at it as, versus, no, that's a way of life.
Lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like how you said that, like, it sucks because, people have to lose their loved ones, and we're not the ones that live with them on a daily basis and have to go through that hurt. We went through our hurt, but we didn't go through the hurt like they went
real
through.
Hurt.
Yeah. So it sucks to, like, use their like lives as a, kind of like a sacrifice to, like, for other people to like get a message. But at the same time, it's just like, it makes you feel better. And it is a cool thing to think about, because it's like you really made a mark on the world. even in your short time on this earth.
Yeah.
You made such a mark on this world, and Nipsey made such a mark on this world. I don't remember where I was when Michael Jackson died. I know a lot of people talk about that. I remember exactly where I was, exactly how I felt when Nipsey died. I remember exactly where I was, exactly how I felt when Kobe died.
You just brought me back to that place.
Yeah.
I just got emotional. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I remember exactly where I was when both of them died. Like, I can't say where I was when Mike died. I really can't. But when those two passed, like, I remember the exact feeling and the exact emotions I felt. It was just like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
But the messages and the positive nature that they left, because it's like, even, and it's crazy because it's like both of them had like kind of like the same kind of trajectory, where it was just like, I can't really speak for Nip like before the fame and everything like that, but even during the fame, and Kobe during the fame, just like they were both like larger than life and everything, and they both had a past, because even with the whole Colorado thing, Kobe had a past. But like recently, what we seen from Kobe is girl dad. We seen him with Gigi. We seen him parroting women's sports. And with Nip, before he died, we seen him parroting, ownership and things. And,
His
cleaning
with
up,
Lauren.
his relationship with Lauren, cleaning up the community,
Yeah.
his family relationship. Like, I'm gonna stay here in Compton. Like, I'm gonna make sure like everything. The marathon, like, the store is here in the community.
Crenshaw,
It's right here.
Slauson.
It's right here
Buying
in
back the block. Really.
Yeah, buying back the block for real. Like, that's what his music was about. Kobe was all about, the next generation, like Kyrie and everybody else
Jason
coming
Tatum,
on. Jason Tatum. I want to make sure y'all good.
Devin Booker.
Giannis, and even like forget like the NBA, like Inescu and like different,
Sabrina,
like different women coming on in the game. It's like, I'm gonna bring Gigi to all the games. That's what she wants to do. And it's like seeing that, and then like seeing their lives end abruptly, it makes you like pay attention to what they were doing at the time that they left the earth. So it's like they serve their purpose. And
then the message, like you were saying, the message just hit harder. Like, the message hit harder when you hear something like the marathon continues, and somebody screaming that when they living, and then you hear that when they pass.
Different.
It just hit harder. Same thing, like you said, Mamba mentality. Like, Kobe been saying that. I remember those commercials when Kanye was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, Kobe Bryant?" And he was talking about Mamba mentality then, but it didn't hit.
Yeah.
But when he passed, it's like, damn.
Every little snippet you get of Kobe is like 100 times of what it would have been if he was still living.
Right.
Yeah, I think I tweeted the other day, like, bro, I can listen to Kobe stories all day, like, because you got NBA players who tell like stories they had with Kobe, or like what they seen when they see him working out, or what he did for them, or whatever the case may be. It's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of just stories about Kobe. I'm like, bro, I could sit here and watch y'all tell Kobe stories all day. Like, I can sit here and listen to people tell Nip stories all day if they had him, and listen to his music, and just, like, they were just so like profound with their message. And it's like, I don't think anybody else could have had the messages that they had except for them, because those messages were for them, specifically tailored for them, and for them to give to the world. So it's like, bro, like, I don't know, like, it's hard to tell people to try to give people their flowers and cherish people while they're here, because like you said, like, it don't hit as hard.
They here
until they here. So it's like, I definitely would say try to cherish everybody that you love. But it's, like you said, bro, like girl dad, the marathon continues, mama mentality, none of that it wouldn't hit as hard if they were here. But now that they're not here,
to be fathers. Like, even if it's just even the boy moms or the boy dads, it's like, you just proud to be a parent. And Kobe did that. Before then, I'm not gonna say that it wasn't a thing, because we saw a shift. Even when Kobe was here, we saw a shift to where, especially in the black community, where we started taking pride in being present, because for so many years that was the first thing they said about it. Like, oh, where's your father? You know what I'm saying? Or where's your mom? Your mom's on crack or whatever. And people are taking pride in being parents. But then when Kobe passed, and that girl dad hit, it just was like, dog, like, dudes, because the dudes would be scared to have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't want a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes, yeah. But now it's like, man, Kobe did it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a sign of hope. So.
Yeah. And every time it comes up, like either one of them, whether it's Nipsey or Kobe, I think I'll just speak for myself. My appreciation of life is just heightened whenever I see anything about Kobe. Cause like, let's just be real. Kobe isn't supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
Like
That's a fact.
He's one of those people where it's just like, nobody was gonna come and shoot Kobe. Nobody was gonna come
like a Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like they're supposed to just live until
he gets old.
They get old and pass away from something.
He's supposed to be Bill Russell,
Bill Russell,
and
Dr.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Man.
Like, that's what it was supposed to be. So when you see like somebody who's like seems greater than life, whose life gets snatched up just like that, it's just like, oh, okay, like this. It's not a game. Like, this is life for real.
This happened to Kobe.
Yeah.
It happened to me.
Mm-hmm.